I'm Isis Romero, and this is the news in San Antonio. The search continues to find the person accused of slashing a young man across the face. This happened outside of a Raising Cane's restaurant off Southeast Military Drive. Police say someone tried to rob the man while he was out on the patio. At some point, the would-be thief cut the man across the face and ran off. Police are still searching for the driver who took off after hitting a man with his vehicle. That man was killed while crossing Old Highway 90 on Wednesday morning. Meredith Haas explains what the city is doing to reduce these incidents.
City initiative called Keep Crossing Safe launched Monday to help prevent pedestrian deaths like the one that happened here this morning. But it's also to inform people on crosswalk safety.
It's written in the data. TxDOT says there were 83 pedestrian deaths just last year in San Antonio.
San Antonio is still one of the most dangerous places for pedestrians.
Ranking as the 7th deadliest city for pedestrians in the U.S. That's why Christy Flores and the city's transportation department are raising awareness through empathy and education.
South Zamora, W.W. White, and Fredericksburg.
The three main corridors Flores and her team have pinpointed as, quote, high injury network corridors, where the transportation department has already begun designing mid-block crossing along Zarzamora Street. Then a reminder through digital outreach, who is crossing the road.
To give them that, idea in their head that like, okay, not only could this be us, but this could also be my grandma, my grandpa, some children trying to cross the street.
On their website, silhouettes of people who represent everyone.
Bring everybody back mentally about staying alert.
And informing people on safety tips they can take into their own hands to prevent deaths like the one just this morning off Old Highway 90. Visiting their site, Keep Crossing Safe, taking a look at their information, it could be the difference between one more pedestrian death or a life saved.
But let's slow down and let's pay attention and make sure that we are being safe.
Police are still searching for the white truck they say was involved in this morning's hit and run as we try to figure out the victim's identity. Meredith Haas, KENS 5.
A San Antonio woman is now without her vehicle after she says thieves stole her taillights overnight. The vehicle is a Ford F-150 Raptor. This happened in the Stone Ridge neighborhood off Wurzbach and Wetmore. Zach Briggs has more.
Made a couple calls and said I wasn't going to be into work this morning.
Bit of a slow start for Claudia Owens, who woke up baffled when she opened her garage door and saw the state of her truck on the driveway.
I noticed that my tailgate was down, and I thought that was kind of weird because I wasn't getting anything out of my truck.
It didn't take long for Owens to figure out what the problem was.
Weird thing is that they didn't take anything from the inside. I had cash, like my work phone, my purse, like nothing was taken from the inside. They only took the taillights.
The taillights on her Ford F-150 Raptor stripped. Everything else, for the most part, intact.
After talking to the shop and stuff, it's gonna be $3,500 and I've got to move this weekend and I was really depending on using my truck to move. It's very frustrating, especially with my truck getting hit last year.
It is something we do see periodically.
Lonnie Johnson with Rubens Auto Repair tells me these thieves are able to get in and out, take what they want in just a matter of minutes. And he says these Ford F-150 taillights tend to be hot commodity.
We don't produce a lot in this country. We have to get everything from abroad, so that can cause a parts delay. And sometimes it's just quicker for people to go out and take one off somebody else's car.
As for Owens, she'll be taking advantage of her other ride.
I ride in a motorcycle.
And she does have a message for whoever's profiting off her taillights.
I hope it pays for something they really need.
Zach Briggs, KENS 5.
We are just over a week and a half away from Thanksgiving. But as KENS 5's Jeremy Baker reports, the holidays can be a trying time for those with diabetes.
If you have type 2 diabetes, your body doesn't produce enough insulin or becomes resistant to it, but it's manageable with lifestyle changes. Type 1 diabetes is genetic, and with multiple daily insulin injections required for type 1, what you put in your body requires a little more Thanksgiving thought and a little more care at Christmas.
She's more mature than most 10-year-olds. She was forced to grow up quicker than she should have.
Jackie Taylor is talking about her 10-year-old daughter, Brianna Smith, who loves candy.
Snickers and Skittles.
Brianna was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when she was a very young girl. Her mom says she's a warrior.
We learned that type 1, you don't have to control their food, you just have to monitor it.
It's basically a disease, and no, it is not contagious, but it's just a disease that tries to kill me every single day.
It's an autoimmune disorder, meaning people usually have a genetic predisposition to develop type 1 diabetes.
With every meal, every snack, we have to look at the carbs on it. We have to look at the serving size.
A lot of kiddos do struggle with it, but Brianna's doing a fantastic job.
Smith hits her blood sugar target with an insulin pump on her leg, a sensor on her arm, and an app on her phone.
Depending on what her blood sugar is, her pump will decide how much insulin she gets.
Their family is ready for the ride of ups and downs Brianna's blood sugar will give her over the holidays, but still wants her daughter to be a kid.
We try to plan as best we can, and we know it's going to be a train wreck. And we're probably going to spend the next couple of days correcting highs.
To learn more about type 1 diabetes and also ways to eat healthier during the holidays, head to the story on KENS5.com. In the studio, Jeremy Baker, KENS 5.
And that's the news in San Antonio.